So this is a typical phrasing of solving an equation by the complete square. So this is the another way that they will phrase it. There will be two parts to it. So the first part, they will want you to express this in this format. That means, right, they will like you to complete the square. So this part A is actually similar to the previous example. It's actually similar to this method. It's actually similar to this method. And it is also similar to example 10. So you are supposed to complete the square. So in another word, right, in this example, part A, they ask you to complete the square. So I'm going to do the completing square. By adding the coefficient of x over 2 square, and then I subtract away. So essentially, this is a 0. You introduce something, you take away that something. So essentially, that's a 0. But it helps me to create a perfect square here. And you punch calculator here. So I will get -2 if you punch calculator. So make it look nicer. So that means, right, x squared minus 4x is actually the same as x minus 2 squared minus 2. So that is the complete square. So in part B, your job is to solve. Okay, there is a hence. Hence means you must make use of the answer in part A. So now I'm supposed to solve. So this whole thing will be replaced by the complete square. Because they are supposed to be the same expression. So I'm going to replace this whole thing with the complete square. And I slowly move over my number. And then I will end up taking a double square root. So I can have a positive 4 or I can have a negative 4. So if the instruction contain hence, you really must use the previous answer. So it will be totally wrong if you try doing this. So if a student, right, try doing part B in this way. So a student saw this. Okay, and then the student tried to do this. The student tried to move this over. And then the student tried to factorize. And do the first bracket equal to 0, second bracket equal to 0. So essentially the student get the same answer. But then, right, same answer, but then instead this student is being marked wrong. Because when I'm doing this method, I fail to use anything from part A. So I never get to use this expression. So if you look at the wrong working, that's because you never use the answer in part A. So even though you've gotten the correct answer, but it's not the method that is required. So for O-level, they will actually specify the method. You can get the same answer, but if you do not project that method that is required, that same answer is useless. They are looking for whether you can execute that method or not. Okay, so please take note how you are being asked and the technical part. So when somebody try to do, usually a lot of students, when they try to do complete prep, it ends up with a lot of careless mistakes. So you got to be very, very mindful